Hi, it's Taylor. Welcome to my meditation all about a different perspective on depression. So before we begin, find somewhere where you can sit or lie down with some privacy, ideally. Someplace that is comfortable, where you can feel at ease. And then once you sit or lie down, get all settled, close your eyes. Draw the crown of your head up toward the sky, lengthening your spine. If you're sitting, if you're lying down, it's different. If you're sitting, draw the crown of your head up. If you're lying down, feel your body melting into the earth, relaxing. And then relax all the muscles on your face and relax your jaw. Relax your shoulder blades down your back. Notice your fingers and your toes and wiggle them. Stop wiggling and just relax your fingers and your toes. Good. Now, take a very deep breath in through your nose. Inhale and fill your entire body with oxygen, with breath. Inhale. And then hold, hold, hold. And then open your mouth and exhale. Good. Take another deep breath in. Fill all the way up. So from your toes to the top of your head, your crown chakra. Fill all that up with breath, with oxygen. And hold, and hold, and hold. Then exhale. Good. All right, let's do it one more time. Inhale, fill up with oxygen, breath, light, and possibility. Fill up, hold, 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 and then open your mouth and let it go. All right, so a different way, a different perspective about depression. So when a human being becomes depressed, all they're actually going through is a natural compression. Because when you know that the answers you seek are not out there, you go to where you know they are, in here, inside of you. You compress, you draw in to find that answer. Now, if you treat that natural process in a positive way, you will experience it as compression. You will find your answers. You will redefine, reinvent yourself, and you will reemerge a brand new person. But if you think that something's wrong with you by doing that, if you give it a negative spin, then it becomes depression. It becomes a problem. And now you have given it a negative spin. All right? You've made it that much harder to get out of it because you've heaped on top of the natural compression a whole veneer of something that doesn't belong there, that now you believe you have to work through. So, you may choose to redefine and redefine. Every situation has the ability to serve double duty, positive or negative. The situation and the circumstance doesn't have to change the way it looks one iota, one teeny tiny bit, for you to gain either a positive or a negative effect out of that situation, that circumstance. Remember, it's not about whether the situation changes that tells you that you've changed. It's how you respond to the same situation, even if it doesn't look any different. That tells you that you've changed. So, when you respond to every situation in the way you prefer to respond, then you give the circumstance the best opportunity, the best probability it has of actually reconfiguring itself. However, that's not the measure of change. The measure of change is that you're responding differently to the situation, even if it looks the same. That's how you know. That's how you prove that you've changed. Because if the situation doesn't change and you still react to the situation in the same old way because it didn't change, then all you're telling the universe is that you haven't changed. So why should that change at all? Why? When you show that you've changed by responding differently to everything, then everything has no choice but to change, to reflect the change that has actually happened in you. But sometimes you will test yourself. Sometimes you may not see the change right away. And again, that's to give yourself time to see if you've actually really changed. You might not see the change on the outside, right? Or if you're just going to react to it in the same old way because the circumstance hasn't changed. That's called the echo effect. Okay? If you have an expectation that it should change because something is wrong with you if it doesn't change out there in the physical, and if you think something's wrong with you because the outside didn't change, then you haven't changed. Right? You're needing that external. Non-attachment is part of the complete kit. But if you're fine, even if the outside still looks the same, and you know that by putting a positive meaning into it, you're going to get a positive effect in life no matter what anyone else's intention is, in that situation or any situation, then you've changed. And you will feel the effect of that change, even if everything on the outside, physical, still looks the same. So, circumstances are not what matters. State of being is what matters. State of being is first. I mean that quite literally. Literally, circumstances do not create, generate matter, physical matter. State of being creates, generates matter, physical matter. So most people have it switch, and they say, if the matter's here, I will have a good state of being. Can't work. It just can't. It's just not set up that way. It's not personal. It really isn't personal. So, I hope that is helpful, because if and when you choose, this is all your choice, take what you want and leave the rest. When you choose to put a positive spin on it, no matter what, even and especially if it's compression, if it's you going inward to allow the answers, not find, not seek, allow, they're there. Compression, and then emerge out like a butterfly, right? The butterfly, the caterpillar is in that cocoon. Try to rip open that cocoon. Doesn't go so well. So that's a process. And so is this. It can be instantaneous. Not the caterpillar, you. You can choose right now. You can make a decision to allow as you compress. If you are compressing, going inward, you can allow that answer to come now. There doesn't have to be a process, but if you would like that process, by all means, have the process. However, look at it, believe it, have the perspective of it from a positive place. And everything, and I mean everything, will fall into place effortlessly. Take one more big breath. Fill up. Hold it. Hold it. Open your mouth.